We make promises to God. We say we'll pray more, read more, or be more patient. But often, those promises fade the moment we face the first stressful email of the morning. Maintaining a sacred covenant requires active, daily effort on our part in order to continually keep that spiritual connection taut. The reflection on 1 Samuel chapter 2 provided in our source material forces a sharp look at how we handle our end of that connection. We are going to take the theology from this chapter and translate it into a concrete, 3-step daily covenant action plan. To follow along, grab a physical journal and a pen and open your Bible to 1 Samuel chapter 2. Our ultimate goal is to move from simply reading the text to integrating these core principles into your actual morning schedule. Start by writing this at the top of your page. God is sovereign, faithful, and just. This establishes our starting point. God exercises absolute control over all things, and his faithfulness to his word is the constant that makes our own promises possible. Because he perfectly upholds his side of the agreement, our task is to define a specific daily response. Draw a T-chart on your page. Label the left column the priests and the right column Hannah. On the left, we see 2 priests who had specific instructions for their role. They chose to ignore them, treating their covenant obligations as optional. By disregarding the boundaries God set, they faced divine judgment and the eventual destruction of their lineage. Hannah took the opposite path. She fulfilled her vow by giving up her son to the temple, approaching the sacrifice with a sincere heart. Under Hannah's name on your chart, write joyful willingness. In verse 21, we see the result. God responded to Hannah's faithfulness by blessing her with 5 more children and showing her great mercy. This history shows a reciprocal relationship. Hannah's willing sacrifice was met with God's direct blessing and presence. This brings us to the core principle found in verse 30. Write this phrase in large letters across the center of your page. Those who honor me, I will honor. Honoring God happens through the small choices made throughout a Tuesday afternoon. It is the way we apply our faith to our actions. When we treat his instructions with respect, the text suggests he places value and weight upon our lives. Conversely, the second half of that verse warns that ignoring these instructions leads to being minimized and losing spiritual direction. Choosing to honor God in mundane moments is the specific action that leads to receiving his clarity and protection. This leads to the question we started with. What specific covenant habits do we need to keep today? We can translate the principles from 1 Samuel 2 into a modern daily checklist. Habit 1 is the morning surrender. Dedicate your day to God immediately upon waking, mirroring how Hannah dedicated her son. Habit 2 is joyful integrity at work. Complete your tasks honestly and without complaining, acting as a direct contrast to the corruption of the priests. Habit 3 is the evening gratitude. End your day with prayers of thanksgiving, following the pattern of Hannah's prayer of praise. These 3 habits create a structure for the day, ensuring the morning, afternoon, and evening are each aligned with the commitment to honor God. By completing this, you have taken the historical examples of 1 Samuel 2 and turned them into a practical plan. Keep this list visible. Tear the page out and tape it to your mirror, or use it as your phone's lock screen. Your next step is to execute Habit 1 tomorrow morning, before you check any digital devices. Consistency in these 3 choices is how you honor God. When you do, you can trust in his promise